This doctor said he couldn't marry the lady that sponsored him through medical school, so he decided to do this to her. Let's hear the story. It says, I would love to share my story too. I am a doctor. I was married to this woman for 8 years. She was 4 years older than I was. When we met, I was 23 and in my first year at the medical school. I didn't have anything. My parents barely gave me much, but they were trying hard for me to be in school. My wife, on the other hand, was already employed and was earning more money than she needed. She didn't know my age, but she knew I was younger. We liked each other, but she was worried about the age, so I made it known to her that the age didn't matter. All I cared about was she being okay that I am a student and willing to support me. She sponsored me through the medical school until I graduated. Before I started my housemanship, she offered that we get married because she was scared I'll leave her when I start earning. She was also grown and was eager to start having kids. Marrying her was hard for me. I was out of love for her even before I graduated. I didn't know how to break up with her because I considered how she would feel and her investments. She was doing well financially. I don't think the money would have mattered because even as at that time, she was earning close to 9.5k a month including allowances. She had a house and a car. She even got me one Toyota which I used to move around with. It was her time and energy that really made me walk her down the aisle. The truth is, my life changed completely when I met her. I had everything I needed in school and more. After marriage, I kept regretting my decision. I hated myself every day for agreeing to marry her, even though she sponsored the entire ceremony. I decided to break free from her, but even before I could take any action, she was pregnant. I didn't want to harm the baby, so I continued to pretend I cared till she delivered. By then, I had rented myself another place and furnished it. I took the ladies I wanted to be with there as my home. I was actually in love with someone, so she was the one I spent most time with. After she had the baby, I started planning on how to break free. I really didn't want to hurt her. Since I took care of her when she was sick, I started injecting her with. I know what an overdose could do. She eventually started getting weaker and weaker every day. She was struggling to keep up, but all I wanted was to leave her at one place so I could continue to live my life. Hey bro, I discouraged her from going to the hospital. I diagnosed her myself and kept encouraging her that she would be okay until she ended up bedridden. I started living my life as if I was single, but her family kept pushing because she was their support system. Her family is good though. They came to take her away. I don't know what they went to do, but my wife passed on. Before her funeral, her elderly brother said his sister said I killed her, so I should not be at her funeral. It was a whole issue. I claimed innocent, but they said they went to call her spirit, and that was what she said. Sincerely, they didn't make me attend her funeral. I didn't even know when they buried her. The drug I injected her was only to weaken her, so I didn't kill her. They might have done something wrong. After her burial, I was informed and asked to come and cleanse myself. Ever since I returned from that cleansing, my life has been hell. It's like my deceased wife is everywhere with me now. I occasionally see her around. Sometimes when I see someone, they look like her, and then when I look again, it's not her. I feel her everywhere I go. I have seen her crying in my dreams several times. She keeps asking me to come with her. I was directed to somewhere at the beach to see someone, but that didn't work. I haven't had a life in about a year as I write this. I've just been running from what no one can see. Her siblings came for our child because they said she asked them to come for him. I don't know what to do anymore. I am gradually coming down to nothing because of her. I have invested all I have in finding solution to the torment she's causing me. I need help one more time. Can anyone here assist me? I will narrate whatever parts they need to clarify. If I meet the person, please, I need help. This gentleman was out of love with the woman that sponsored his education. And instead of letting her go, he married her, got her pregnant, made her deliver their baby, and then he decided to inject her with a drug I didn't mention, and the woman ended up bedridden. The family came for the woman, and the woman went to die. Now the woman's ghost is all over. I'm sure that cleansing he went to do meant something to the family. I don't know the tribe the woman's family belongs to, because he didn't state, but he should just go and own up. I'm sure the family had something figured out, because if the woman has told the family that you are responsible for my death, the family would definitely do something about it.